Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
hello.
Hello, hello. So here we are together with Valeria and myself, Begonia Merayo. We are together for the next 30 minutes in our number 3 stream with the wonderful name Me, Myself, and AI. As you know, we want to meet you every first Tuesday of the month and discuss about what's going on AI. As everything is changing so rapidly, we really want to keep on track and even discuss with you about the latest trends. So everyone who is joining us today, please, you are invited to put in their comments all your insights and your thoughts. Please share this moment with us because the world of AI is about creating a new reality together. And this is everything about. And I think Valeria, before we go into the agenda and all the details we have prepared for today, it will be great that we introduce ourselves for the first comers. So if you want to start.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Begonia. And my name is Valeria Bilkevich. I'm AI trainer, AI consultant. I help organizations, mostly SMEs, to adopt AI and upskill employees and also upskill business owners and implement AI into their processes to achieve business growth. Over to you.
Thank you, Valeria. And myself, my name is Begonia Merayo. I am Managing Director of iConsult and founder of Net4Tech. Net4Tech is the career network for women in STEM. And together with both companies, we are building a global ecosystem where we definitely want women to thrive and to use the power of the technology for their own development and career. And as a consultant, I am helping and supporting companies to recruit, to promote, and to retain women up to the top level and to develop an inclusive leadership culture in the organization that really enables everyone to grow and really unlock the power of diversity for innovation and growth. And I think, having said that, I would like to add to the stage our agenda and the topic of today. And preparing our stream, I saw that question in the LinkedIn profile of Professor Dr. Jasmine Weiss. And I was thinking we definitely need to open the discussion today with this question. So April 1st, is that the only day of the year when people actually stop to question whether what they see and read online is true? Think about. I think this is a very provocative question, and this is also reflecting a reality we even see in the latest study of McKinsey, speaking about the state of AI, how organizations are rewriting to capture value. And in this studio is very interesting because they are getting into the topic on how organizations are addressing more Gen AI related risk. And one of the risks is for sure the accuracy of the information you are creating using AI. And here it is very, very, very nice to see that actually we are more or less saying you are so likely to questioning the reality and the truth of the information you are generating using AI, as well you are not questioning at all this information. It's more or less the same as we can see in this study. But at the end of the day, the risks are there to really be very aware how we use AI, how we create a new reality, and how we spread this new reality into the world. Because at the end of the day, is you know that with every single prompt, we create a new reality. So we definitely need to be aware and very responsible on how to create a reality that is true, that is not a fake news. Right. And I think if we go forward, with the agenda of today. We are going to keep on going what's going on with AI. We are going to go and dive a little bit of the topic of research and data analysis, which is fitting very well with this information and with this latest studio of the state of AI from McKinsey. And we will also provide you with some user cases. Valeria has new information about how to, and we will end the discussion of today planned for 30 minutes using your break lunch, discovering how you can really become a leader of AI with our leadership roadmap and the new deep dive taking place at the end of the month. So I will just go through what's going on with AI. And I think most of us spend the weekend producing fancy comic-like pictures of ourselves, our family, our friends. I think I have a WhatsApp group really going in all the ways with a lot of funny pictures, and those are just an example. You can now really use ChatGPT as well for using more comic-wise features, and I think this is also belongs to their new strengths, right? Because we want to use that as well in a very pragmatical way, a playful way. This is everything about just opening doors for everyone to explore the power of AI. And I like that. I don't know, Valeria, did you also produce your own picture in a comic style?
No, I haven't. I haven't, and I think actually it's from one hand it's also a great advancement in AI. So essentially, it's what we used to have before is with this image generation is basically when you send like a prompt, create an image of me in this Gilby style, then AI would not produce the image. It would send it to another tool, image generation tool, and it would result in many different mistakes. So you'd always see mistakes in text, or if you would ask it to, for example, generate an image where there is no elephant in the room, there will be definitely an elephant in the room because this is how it used to work. But currently it's a different approach. So first from Google and now from ChatGPT, they launched this multimodal image generation, which means that now AI or Gen AI is able to produce those images exactly the way it produces texts, so with tokens. And that's why the precision is much bigger, and there are multiple use cases how businesses can use it as well. You can create ads now you can upload a scribble and tell it to create a beautiful ad visual for for your campaigns, for example. And there are many different use cases on one hand. On the other hand, there are also, I think, some issues. For example, reproducing the images of the artists, right? There's also copyright issues and who owns then the right and how those images can be used. So I think there are bigger questions regarding this, and also deepfakes, right? I mean, now you can create image of yourself talking on the scene, for example, or now you can create so many different things. So there will be also more concerns, I guess, going in the direction of how to differentiate, right? Like whether it's a reality or not.
Exactly. And this is also an open question about the intellectual property and also how we can or should as well provide information about the visuals we are generating with AI and bringing them with this. I think this is the C2PA symbol, which is really one of the symbols recognizing this AI property and differentiating that from the artist, right, from the original one,
Mm-hmm.
which is also very important. And the fake news, you name it. And okay, it's not about the 1st of April, it's about our new reality we're generating. And I think this is a very important point we want to stress forward.
Exactly.
And I think going into the next trend and also speaking about the topic that is today in our stream, which is everything about research and data analysis. And was checking the latest studios as well and research, and If you take a look at the Town Center's latest report of AI search engines, we see that over 60% of responses from AI search engines, which could be ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, they contain incorrect source references. And even the premium versions deliver incorrect answers more often. So it doesn't mean that you upgrade yourself in the tools you're using on AI. The risks remain being a reality. So several chatbots bypass publisher paywalls. And this is also so important for yourself, but as well so important for journalism and communication agencies using AI as well to produce and to deliver information. So the AIs frequently invent links instead of original sources. And this is why, and I'm doing it every time, if I really am going into the research and the data analysis, I use different sources. I always challenge the reality and I go deeper by myself before I publish something in one presentation for a client or one statement that I'm going to do for my own knowledge development. And I think this is a quite important status quo, Valeria, on how on this information we would like to develop forward now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there are a few approaches how you can ensure that the answers are more precise or more correct. So first of them, like Gen AI by itself, if you ask, for example, in Perplexity to do a research on a specific topic or to generate a report for a specific topic, by itself, it will not know which sources are more reliable. So it will not be able to tell, oh, this blog article is less reliable than somewhere like a Times article, or some research paper from McKinsey. So what you can do, for example, in your prompt, tell that only rely on reliable sources. And then in brackets, you have to indicate which sources then it should take information from when doing research. So it already, let's say, improves the quality of the output. But as Begonia mentioned, of course, and this study shows that indeed even AI would quote the incorrect studies, but it also sort of quotes the links then at the end. So I would highly encourage you to then click on these links and maybe just scan through this report and make sure that this information is really from this report, or at least the link actually like leads to this, let's say, McKinsey report. So it takes the correct sources and correct information. But yeah, I think also the issue of the paywalls is a bigger one. I noticed it as well when I was doing some newsletters. So sometimes, those news or media outlets, they would require you to pay before you read them. But sometimes if you just insert the link in the Perplexity, then it would show you the contents of the article. And of course, it's a big then problem becomes not for us as users, but for those publishers, because how they should then earn money. Yeah, so it's also a big ethical question, I would say, or at least something to keep in mind when we use those search engines.
Definitely, because they're here to help us to go through research and data analysis in a very fast, a quick, easy way. And at the same time, they're here as well to develop our critical thinking as well, to check the reality and to even ask twice, is that the right thing to follow or not, right? And especially if we are using data, I think this is very sensitive information. I think now is everything about leave it to Manus. So tell me, Valeria, who is Manus?
Yeah, so Manus AI, it's a new agentic platform from a Chinese startup, so which is very interesting. There was a lot of hype about it around mid-March when it first appeared. So, and it's indeed another chatbot. You can think about it this way, as we know ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, but it has those agentic features. And what do I mean by saying agentic? So it actually go on and perform tasks on your behalf. For example, it can search through website, it can do different actions, even open pages, going to LinkedIn profiles and so on. And I think why it is so powerful. I will also I would like you to present as well how it works, and because I got an access, and currently you're able to send a request as well. So it's only invite only currently. So you'll be able to get a few credits. So it's first of all, again, it's more a step towards, or it is already an agentic tool, and maybe even some say a step towards AGI, because it's able to perform many different tasks, not just for a specific use case. So what we had before, what we've seen in the landscape is that those agentic AIs were very limited in a use case. So they would typically be developed for a very specific use case, but this one is a multi-use case. So this what makes it so powerful. And second one, because it's a Chinese, again, so it will be a competitor, or it is already a competitor of OpenAI and US companies. So currently we're seeing also in the, let's say in the world, those two big forces, let's say US and China. And of course, those who own the AI, the innovation in this area will also own at the end a lot of, economical and political forces, I would say. So there is definitely something to pay attention to. And if I might share the screen, I would like to even show you how it works so that you have a better idea. Let me know if you're able to see my screen now.
Yeah, we should.
Okay, yeah, so this is, so this is Manus. And as mentioned, you can get essentially an invitation. You can request an invitation to access it. Then they will approve it, and then you'll get maybe within a day access to your chatbot. And here, what I really loved is those collection of different use cases and what we can do. And the topic of today, our topic of our next deep dive is research and data analysis. So I wanted to show you actually a few use cases from this one. And when we talk about research, for example, what's really caught my eye is, let's say, you can do a sort of social listening here. So let's say you want to know for your product development, if you work in sort of innovation or product development department, you can research what is the sentiment of different products, for example, online. Or you can do a competitor research. So for example, here, if you run this use case, it will show you exactly how it would think about it and go on about it. So how it would, as you can see, it would go to different sources. It will first say to itself, okay, these are the tasks that I have to do. It will write a Python code for some tasks, then it would do browsing, scrolling down. So it actually shows you in real time what exactly it does, step by step, right, to combine all this information. And this is as well a great thing for this accuracy problem, because what Begonia mentioned at the beginning, that like these search engines like Perplexity, they might not be always accurate, but here, since it performs even actions the way that you even see how it opens the websites, so the responses are also then more accurate. And for example, here it was a sort of a research for the AI solutions in the fashion industry. And here you can see, for example, is the executive summary, identified solutions, deployment patterns. So what do they do exactly? Pricing models. And just imagine if you work in a specific industry, you have a SaaS product or any other product, it will take you a minute to do a really very, very comprehensive research of your competitors, from what exactly their USP, differentiation, what is their pricing point, and so on. And of course, you can export it and download this information, and then you can even keep chatting with it. So I believe it's very, very powerful. And I actually even run a few use cases on my own. So one of them included actually Begonia, a research, just to show you, Begonia, don't worry. So essentially what I ask, what I also want to point out about those agentic systems, that they are smarter. So if you know, maybe half a year ago in ChatGPT, when before those reasoning models, we had to use bigger prompts, we'd have to say something like hashtag, this is your role, and then it's your instruction, then this is what you have to do step by step. First, go to this website or go to this LinkedIn profile, analyze it, then create a summary, then go to this, do this and analyze it, then create a report, and then go and create an interview questions. And this is the example, or this is how it should look like. Now what I did, I basically said, okay, research the background of begonia and develop a comprehensive interview outline based on your findings. So just imagine I were about to interview begonia or somebody, let's say for podcast, and then I would want to do quick research and prepare these questions. And so what this agent done, basically it went to begonia's LinkedIn profile, it looked at the search results, at her actual website, at her company website. And then it says, okay, I compiled this research. So I didn't even ask it, but it tells, okay, this is the background, professional achievements, current roles, previous experiences. So it did a very thorough research. And then it also prepared this interview outline. And as you can see, I just entered one very, very simple prompt, but then it was able to actually come up with this comprehensive research and create the tasks for itself, and basically output is something very, very I would say of a quite high quality. Of course, if I would specify more for which purpose I needed the interview outline, whether it's for podcast in about leadership or about AI or about just something different, it would be even more precise. But this is more or less how it works. My other use case included data analysis. So what I did essentially, I said, okay, I downloaded my LinkedIn connections data. It's a similar use case that we did last week during our LinkedIn executive presence deep dive. So essentially, everybody of you can download your LinkedIn connections data. And what I want to see who are the people that are most interested to my business, right? Who are my potential partners or prospective clients or some influential figures maybe in my domain that I should reach out to, because I do have many connections and maybe I never talk to them, but maybe it would be beneficial for me to do it. And then it also did the research. So it would say, okay, and why it is good as well. So it executes Python command, which means that the answer should be as well precise. So so we can rely as well on this answer. And then it says from your 3,000 LinkedIn connections, I've identified 1,400 potential partners, 500 prospective clients, 300 influential figures. Maybe it's still a bit too much, but essentially these are all the outputs that it gave me. And as you can see, it took it maybe a few minutes to run this whole research on one Excel file. And then it gave all of those very, very detailed information, like what is the name of the person, the LinkedIn URL, the email address, if it's available, the company position, and also like the category score, let's say, which means that the higher ones are more than relevant or more relevant for me. And then it gave also the reasoning why for top LinkedIn connections. And so, for example, I could then go ahead and reach out to these people, to start conversation with them to see how we might collaborate, or maybe they would be interested in my services. So this is one of the examples for the data analysis. And I believe that such models with more agentic features, they also then provide you with more accuracy as compared to those what we discussed before, or those where those issues arose at the beginning.
Yeah, I think this is a powerful instrument as well. Again, something new. And I also posted in the comments for your information. Go ahead and join the waiting list, because right now it's not possible to get direct access to Manus. But I think, again, this is everything about how to use AI to leverage the power of your work, effectivity, creativity. And today is like our 30 minutes in the lunch break to provide you with some little inspirations, right? And what we want you is to think about, okay, how and what I would like to go deeper, and invite you to join us as well to develop your performance and your competencies with our deep dive, which we are going to offer at the end of the day, at the end of the month, excuse me, which is going to be the last Tuesday of the month, because we have a kind of routine right now for this year established together. So we are going to meet together every first Tuesday of the month during the lunch break. So think about, put it in your agenda from 12:15 to quarter to 1 p.m. We are going to be live with you, discovering what's going on and setting the scene of the topic we are going to treat deeply in the workshop we are offering at the end of the month, so the last Tuesday of the month in the evening from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And here we are going to have 90 minutes together, Valeria and myself, showcasing not only what you have seen, the different tools, but really applying them with the right prompts and with the complete information with the Notion book, and also the presentations we do through their deep dive workshop. I think thinking about AI and the new trends, we always have the topic of a lot of companies thinking on exploring the power of AI to save human resources, for example, in the companies, and to be more effective without requiring or recruiting a lot of talents. So this is also a critical point. We can go deeper on how to really leverage the power with the right talents. And to be honest, this is now your opportunity to become a better leader and to develop your own competencies on AI, because I don't know, and we are curious as to know from you in the comments below, how do you use it for your own presentation, for your own capabilities and for your career growth, that you are really being a better AI leader and that you have new competencies to present to the company, the organization you are working with. I think this is also an interesting new point. Having said that, I think we can close the session today.
Just a second, Begonia. I pasted also in the comments that you can request an invitation to Manus. So there is a page, and I pasted the link. Not just sign up to the waitlist, because then you will never receive anything. But you can proactively request an invitation there, where you have to share your LinkedIn profile, for example, social media profile, and then tell them a bit about your use case, and then I received an invitation within a day. So
okay, so the waiting list.
I encourage you to do it.
And I think another question we have is, how secure is the data privacy working with Manus? And this is also a question coming from Esther, because we are very sensitive with everything coming from China.
Yeah, I know. It is a question indeed. So it's, I would say, I would not upload anything there, everything there, right? So I would say I would not be uploading your like financial plans or things like this there. But for research, I mean, it's, if you do research outside, you know, if you do research for your company, but you are researching something, let's say, that is outside happening, so why not? For data analysis, you're right, like I would not upload your own like personal, financial, your company data. I would not do it.
Yeah, this is a very good point. And I think this is also a very good point for any other AI tool, because their data privacy is always a question mark. And to be honest, if I'm doing something which is customer related and sensitive information, I always take everything that can be related in a personal way towards the company, towards the people working with, and just put in different names and just bringing some kind of orientation for the tool to be able to work with, but not to learn from, which is actually the most important issue, speaking about data privacy. Um, Keep on going. We have some of the questions in the chat about we don't see the link and etc. Maybe this is something that is going to pop up afterwards. So please keep on going. We are going to share all the links in the stream in LinkedIn. So even if you don't see that now, you are going to see that once we are going to close the session. And you're going to have as well the information how you can go into the waiting list. And yeah, I think getting the invitation is an easy piece because you get right away the different questions about yourself and how you want to use it, and your more personal motivation to be one of the Magnus users, right? So we are almost at the end of our stream, and we would like to finalize our time together, inviting you to continue this crucial conversation and to join our AI leadership roadmap. We are now entering the number 3 of our deep dives. So the leadership roadmap is a roadmap containing 9 different deep dives. You can always decide to join the AI leadership roadmap because we have the recordings of the previous 2 other workshops. And being part of the AI leadership roadmap, you are going to be part of a community of practice. This is a closed LinkedIn group where we join all the participants, and we keep on going discussing about the experiences, about the new tools, and the best prompts that they bring you forward with your projects. So I think this is a very, very comprehensive and very holistic approach for this wonderful AI leadership roadmap, but that we are now offering for a very special rate because we want you to be one of the leaders of the future starting today. And I think um, it's not only about the topics we see there, but it's also about Valeria and myself being your trainers. And the feedback is very good. So go ahead and you can just take a picture of the QR code right now and be inside of the roadmap and get all the informations in order to welcome you to the next one. As you see here, we have the different deep dives. We started with advanced prompting. We took a look at the AI-powered executive LinkedIn presence last week. And we are going forward with the topic of research and analysis acceleration with AI. And the journey goes on with content creation, visual creation, building custom AI tools and AI assistants. And this is very exciting for sure. You are all already in. And in September, we are going to go into the automation mastery, personal productivity with agentic AI. We will close with a very important topic, which is ethical AI, leadership and governance. I think it's a fantastic roadmap. This is the next one we are going to have on the last Tuesday of the month. This is the 29th of April. And yeah, we are going to provide you with the links in the comments so that you are able to join us right away. And thank you for being here today. Thank you, Valeria, for this user case. I know now how I can prepare the next discussions. I'm going to
Hear
have
you?
the work.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Also to check, and why not to do that? And I have a very a wonderful discussion next Friday in the Hannover Messe at the FemWorks together with Sophia Fleurs and Deborah Hüller. And why not? I may go there and check what will be the best questions I can
Absolutely.
place, and to recognize a little bit more about their journey of my people on stage. Thank you for doing this exercise. Always a pleasure with you, Valeria.
Yeah, you too. You too. And yeah, thank you for all your questions. And we see you hopefully at the end of the month. and at the beginning of the next month for the next LinkedIn Live.
Exactly. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.